Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Goofy here, joined by Clutch, and what a treat we have on our hands. The upsets, the storylines this weekend at the Halo World Championships have been absolutely phenomenal, and right now we are in the elimination bracket, which means win or go home. We got Cloud9 taking on FaZe Clan, and Clutch, we were talking about the storylines before we went live here on broadcast, and they write themselves as these two orgs, some of the biggest names in the industry, and here we have a treat in our hands.
What a matchup this is going to be. All the marbles are on the table here. FaZe Clan, Cloud9. Renegade makes the change in the middle of the season to up and leave the two-time LAN champions this year in Cloud9. He joins FaZe Clan. They've got themselves a roster they believe can compete for championships. You heard Spartan say it in the interview, but the last time these two teams played, Cloud9 got the better of them on their elimination bracket run in Orlando.
Yeah, we saw that matchup, Clutch. We actually casted it in Orlando. It was a really close battle between FaZe and Cloud9 in the elimination bracket finals, with Cloud9 making the statement and knocking FaZe out, showing Renegade that you messed up. You shouldn't have left our historic team. And earlier in Orlando, FaZe got the better of Cloud9. So back and forth these two teams went, and now we see them clash here on the biggest stage, and we're gonna start things off on streets, and this is gonna be a back and forth match, a back and forth series. Both these teams want to punch their way further in this tournament.
Yeah, this is why you made the change if you're Renegade. World Championship. What can you do with everything on the line? You're in elimination bracket. We're kicking it off with a player that has been starting this day, this championship Sunday off so hot. Bound just got done 3-0ing Sentinels and played very well, but he's gonna get taken down by King Nick. It's a double for King Nick at the start, and FaZe Clan, although they haven't played a series today, win the break.
Rockets in the hands of Renegade, taking on his old team. Big double kill to start things off. Stalker rifle also in his back pocket, so good start in the early stages for FaZe as they got 5 kills on the board, only 1 on the side of Cloud9.
No significant time right now, but with Renegade and the Stalker in hand, it's a tram setup for FaZe. A run of slaves would do them a lot of good here to rack up some early time. And FaZe, we can talk about it a little bit as the early moments of this game get underway. FaZe Clan was so close to taking down Cloud9 for a second time in Orlando. Well, let's tell it how it is. It was a bit of a choke job the first time around. Let's see if FaZe have learned their lesson, if they can capitalize on some of those moments, or is Cloud9 just the iciest team and Renegade made a bad decision?
And what a statement that would be, Clutch, if Cloud9 knocks FaZe out of back-to-back tournaments. That would be a slap in the face if you're Renegade, and we saw that amazing Xbox Plays video yesterday. Shout out to the team. That was an amazing piece of content as King Nick, the newest addition, putting down good shots on Bound, takes down one, but he's in trouble here back Commando. Renegade and Nick, one shot near trash, able to get a good trade though. Stellar takes down Renegade, King Nick picks him up.
Yeah, so far, FaZe Clan are doing a phenomenal job of getting the kills, but how great of a job Cloud9 is doing is even better at denying this ball time from really significantly adding up in FaZe's manner. Right now it's just 15-6, and actually Cloud9 starting to score themselves, so they've done such a good job to negate the setup that FaZe Clan had in Tram. And with Rockets coming up, if Cloud9 can get a couple of kills, it would be massive for them to gain the lead here. And it's a battle for Rockets. The Spartan may have been too early too.
Spartan goes down, Falcade goes down, 3 dead on the side of FaZe as Stellar picks up the ball, and this Tram setup can be very dangerous. It's one of the few areas on this map where you can successfully get a big chunk of time in oddball, and now Stellar fortunate enough to get some points on the board.
I think Eco's going to be having those rockets in his back pocket as the battle for them did go down over towards that off-ball respawn point, and Eco finally going down, but not without just creating so much space and time for Stellar to rack up. Look at this, already a 40 to 15 point lead now for Cloud9.
We talked about FaZe, talked about Cloud9 coming off that fresh sweep onto Sentinels, giving them their lowest placing ever in the HCS, and you know they got a lot of thinking to do on the side of Sentinels, and FaZe themselves coming off a 3-0 against Oxygen Esports, so both teams rolling right now, and we're seeing it back and forth. Cloud9 currently with the advantage, 41 to 15.
There's something to Cloud9 knocking Sentinels out of a tournament though, right? There's something to say about getting that monkey out of the way, right? That hump that is such a difficult win every single time those guys play. Cloud9 not only made it look easy, but got them out of the way early on Sunday. And right now, they look at the bracket, and I can guarantee they find themselves very hungry to start going through it. FaZe Clan's the first one in the way after Sentinels right now, and FaZe Clan, you know how bad they want this one, starting to get back into this game. It's still round one, but it's just a 6-point game as FaZe Clan are going to rotate this ball back to Tram. A couple members from Cloud9 stand in their way, but if they can get the Slays, Falcated will rack up a significant lead here.
Falcated now rotating from the red room through Arcade, looking like he's going to try to hold this a little bit more closer to PD, rotating it away from the Tram as Penguin pushing into red room, trying to get some grenade damage onto him, and Falcated with some nice grenades takes down Penguin, gets a double kill onto Bound. 3 members fall for Cloud9. Last member is Stellar, and he's just going to try to stay alive for as long as he can.
And this is the guy I want to watch all day long if FaZe is going to go on a run. Falcated is the side-by-side star that Renegade joined this team for. He's going to need to have one hell of a performance if FaZe Clan have any ambition of winning a world championship today. It will be on the back of Renegade and Falcated playing at the highest level. Right now off to a great start, 9-2 and 6 with 43 seconds of time.
That Bulldog is so important on this map, on this game type, as we see possession of that weapon transfer. A couple members side of FaZe go down, and looking at the scoreboard for a second, it's a little bit favoring the side of FaZe, but overall pretty even, and so is the objective time as 58-50. King Nick pushing Neon towards Penguin, choosing to back off though. And as we're in this game number 1, round number 1 clutch, I want to listen to a Cloud9 comms. Going to Astro listening.
On ball,
One shot on Shotty, King Nick.
Nice, good shit.
Absolute benches.
I died. Your bricks,
Absolute benches.
bricks. Launch you thrust.
Yeah, they're gonna go for ball.
On my extra shoddy. Top C stairs.
Close game, guys.
Tires with shotgun.
Looking pillars.
He's going on ball. Top talk, Nick, wait.
One shot in C, one shot in C. C stairs as well.
Shotty, guys.
C stairs.
Stay alive.
Live.
Yeah,
Two at Shotty,
right,
Shotty, one in
right,
C.
right.
We need help right in C if we can.
One has ball, one guy ball. He has Shotty, bound.
Absolute idea on the plan.
I'm pushing ball. Watch out, John. Yeah, in ball. Dead in right now, shotgun.
He's in PD, and I got
You guys
a
are stalker.
Work together. Shotgun just sitting on the thing. You guys don't
Stairs,
have
one
to
stalker.
Can't get him, I couldn't get him.
Go
shot him.
Rockets, guys.
Yeah, we need these rockets, On thrust. Driveway.
Yeah, he killed me. He's going B-rail.
Yeah.
B-rail right now.
Yeah, rockets.
There's a guy bottom tower and a guy B-rail. Pushing B-rail.
1 minute left in regulation. Of course, that timer doesn't move when the ball is in the possession, and currently Spartan has possession of the oddball sitting in the PD, looking to close this round out and start off this significant series on the right foot.
Yeah, Spartan doing a phenomenal job. Back PD, the whole team on FaZe has been able to get the Slays ever since we went to the listen, and it was Cloud9 on their back feet. Map control in the favor of FaZe, and that's why we've seen them jump out to this 30-point lead just about here. If Spartan can stay alive, figure out a way to take down Bound, he may be able to just end this round, but Bound gets the kill, and that's the last player alive, going to be Penguin, coming off respawn for C9 as Bound is taken down. FaZe Clan hold this setup so well, and now we're just 10 points away from ending round 1.
A great start for the boys in red. All players with a lot of kills on the board, and there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Round number 1 goes to Falcated and the boys of FaZe.
Round 1 in FaZe's favor, and FaZe, that was something I was going to ask myself is, Cloud9 and FaZe were kicking this one off. As FaZe hasn't played a series today, are they going to come out a little bit slow? The answer to that, absolutely not. They come out swinging. The slaying differential in that first round really started to get away from Cloud9 as FaZe started to take over the weapons in hand, and something Penguin needs to do a better job in round 2 is control those weapons. Just like that, you see a rocket go past his head. Cloud9 get off to a perfect start. 4 down for FaZe. All the weapons to play around as well.
Couldn't ask for a better start in terms of slays on the side of Cloud9, but the question is, will they be able to rotate the ball and hold a setup? But King Nick with the aggression, big double kill out of him, allowing the team to open up the map and push up. Sparty McFly catching heavy fire, he goes down as well. 3 members fall for FaZe, so a bunch of slays to start off round 2 for Cloud9.
Bunch of slays, Renegade, last player alive. I believe he's even coming off spawn, so Cloud9 doing such a good job. Can you pair some ball time with it? Gain a significant lead this time around. And Cloud9 honestly got off to a nice 30-point lead somewhere in the start of the first round as well, so it's a matter of holding it as well. Trying to get this to a round 3, trying to push this game 1 the distance. You do not want to fall behind in these best of 5s, because just like that, the Slayer can slip through your fingers as well, and you find yourselves down 2-0.
Good round of slays for FaZe as 3 members momentarily down for Cloud9. Penguin, great job staying alive. Bound is putting on an absolute show right now. 19 kills, 14 deaths. Even in that Sentinel series, he was causing so many problems for them. Playing fantastic on this championship Sunday.
That was the best Bound we've seen.
Bound is playing fantastic, and will we see the boys in FaZe put a stop to the Bound run?
Something to say about Penguin's 16 assists as well. He gets a 10th kill to his name, but support player of the year, yeah, that sounds about right when you're looking at the stats right now. Over just about double anyone on his team's assists. I know Eco has 9, but he's going to get closer and closer if he continues at this pace right now. And a great job of slaying so far here in round 2, doing a much better job of keeping up with that KD of FaZe so far here in the second round. And that's why you're seeing Cloud9 start to build a lead 25-0.
Another player who had a fantastic series was Penguin in that matchup against Sendos. Nice remote detonation. Perfect anticipation by Penguin, takes down King Nick. And Penguin, another big part of this team's success, starting off Championship Sunday with a bang in that Sentinel series. I think he had like a 1.68 KD. So if he's slaying and then this series dropping 18 assists, he's doing something right.
And that's a player that really wakes up on the right side of the bed or the wrong side of the bed, it feels, just about every single day we've watched him in the HCS tournament so far. And when Penguin is playing well, Cloud9 does very well. It's great to see him start his Championship Sunday on the right foot.
Good shots onto Renegade by Stellar. Fantastic start for Cloud9 as 51-0 currently is the score.
Yeah, dominant, right? This is a perfect round so far from Cloud9. Not overly trying to do the objective, but doing the objective when you're allowed to, right? When you have the numbers in your favor, when you're safe to. You're not giving up map control for a couple of seconds. This is a job well done here in round 2, and Stellar continuing that slaying prowess we know him to have. King Nick is going to finally get the better of him, Stalker rifle in hand, but there's a lot of work to do for FaZe to try and get back in that. And as King Nick is taken down, that Stalker makes its way into Bound's hands.
Bound puts shot down on PD, now rotating towards B stairs, doing heavy damage with the Stalker. Renegade right above him. Bound taking Renegade's place on this team. And now, making him pay. It's Renegade versus Bound, and the double kill for Bound, taking down Renegade.
You know, that was a big one. That was a personal one for Bound. He wants to outplay Renegade every single time, and FaZe, you know it. When you replace a player on a team, you want to outperform. You want to show your team why you belong on that team, why you are an asset for your squad. And Bound at 26, 11, and 18, 29 seconds to pair with the Slays, doing everything for Cloud9. And not only that, but the presence on the map from Bound's style when he is successful in the statistical category is absolutely absurd. He gives everything Cloud9 wants.
And what a massive answer from the side of Cloud9. Goose Egg is the score for FaZe in round number 2, 100-0 victory. That is perfect execution of a Streets oddball game.
And look at that, how heavily the Slays favored FaZe in round 1. Well, we're looking at them now, and Cloud9 are outslaying them throughout this game. A perfect round 2, all the kills to pair with it, and Cloud9 looking like a different beast there in the second round. Let's see what round 3 can show, and if FaZe clan can get off on the right feet, or is this just going to be a Cloud9 show from here on out?
Rockets in the hands of Bound. Stellar takes down Renegade. 3 members down for FaZe. Bound now with Rockets and the oddball. That's the thing about such a high-level competition. You're never going to really see dedicated play styles, dedicated Slayer objective. Everyone is doing everything it takes to win. On the biggest stage, nice Rocket looking for the double, finds 2, goes against King Nick for the triple, but there's 2 members of FaZe there, and Bound goes down.
Good job by Bound to get those two, get damage into a third. Now what can Stellar do with it? A damage into one, a kill as well. And that allows Eco to pick up the kill. So the train of DPS started by Bound gives Cloud9 the advantage at the end of this fight. It's 3 going down for FaZe, and this is all stemming from Bound's initial damage. A phenomenal play by him rewards his team with an early lead here in the 3rd round.
Penguin gets that trade. Hopping back over to Bound. The man has been playing fantastic to start this series off. I know we're only in game 1, but once he starts casting fire, it is a scary sight. Commando in hand, doing good damage. Eco gets the kill to help him out. Falcated takes down Bound with a big double kill himself.
Trying to stay alive, Bound was, but Falcated finally cuts off the angle. The double back is expected, and Falcated finds his 3rd of this life. As rockets are coming up in 10 seconds, Falcated has his eyes set on the ball, but this is going to be a very important time here in the 3rd round. Likely, the owner of this oddball, the owner of these rockets here coming up momentarily, are going to give a massive advantage to who's going to win this 3rd round, and it is Cloud9 that come off spawn. They get the slays, they got 3 down, they take down Falcated as well, and now they have rockets to pair with the tram setup. FaZe, Cloud9 starting to roll.
And this is the Cloud9 we saw earlier on Championship Sunday, taking down Sentinels with the 3-0. They just were looking like a well-oiled machine, and to make Sentinels look like that, you got to be doing something right. And we saw it. We were watching the series. I was glued to my screen. I couldn't believe the way Cloud9 was making Sentinels look in that series and knocked them out in a top 6 placing.
It's the confidence, right? That's the big thing that sticks out to me when I watch this Cloud9 team. They are so confident in a team that truly believes they are 4 of the best, if not the best players on the planet, trying to get the job done, trying to make up for the mistakes that they've made earlier in the tournament. An elimination bracket run is what this team is forced to do. And if we learned anything at Orlando about Cloud9, is that they can go on a run. Right now, 65-7. This round looking just as ugly as round 2. FaZe, Cloud9 taking a significant lead to take game 1 here.
Stellar with 34 kills on the side of Cloud9 as well. So big performances early in game number 1. As Renegade runs into a couple players of Cloud9, unfortunately for him, he will get absolutely shredded and taken down. 1 member on each side down. Good stalker shots, making Penguin back down, and 92 points already on the board for Cloud9, being down 1-0 in this game. Retaliate with a perfect round 2, and now it's close, a damn near perfect round 3.
Beautiful teamwork. Penguin chooses to stay alive, not overextend for the 1 shot. They get a couple of kills. They are cleaned up. But look at this, 92-11 now. The pressure too much. Stellar finds a double, and he's going to end this round. He's going to win this game for Cloud9. And this is a dominant round 2 and 3 performance from C9. I cannot wait to get into the rest of the series. But Cloud9 look like world championships are on the way.
Cloud9 making Renegade pay so far. As they take the series lead early, they come out the gate swinging. And after a rocky round number 1 in that Streets oddball, Cloud9 destroys FaZe in round number 2, 100-0. Round number 3, they win 100-12. So FaZe only gets 12 points over the course of 2 rounds here against Cloud9. So they got to be feeling a little bit rocky now. And if you're Cloud9, you got to be feeling really happy going into this game number 2, knowing that you are in a perfect position.
Yeah, FaZe did everything right coming out in round 1, slaying the way they did against the likes of Cloud9 with how good Cloud9 looked at Sentinels. But something in round 2 changed. Cloud9 got back on the horse, got back on track, and they started sprinting. Everything going right in their favor. The teamwork was there. FaZe looking a little bit disjointed throughout those 2nd and 3rd rounds, but that's a very strong game type for Cloud9. Streets oddball is. So as we take a look at the series layout, FaZe, Recharge Slayer is going to be a must-win for FaZe Clan, in my opinion, because you do not go down 2-0 on Championship Sunday to Cloud9. I was about to say down 2-0 to Cloud9, but we saw what Native Red did, so I'll keep my mouth shut there, and I don't want to jinx them.
But this is
Cloud9 looking strong, though.
This is looking like a totally different Cloud9 team. We saw them 3-0 Sentinels today to start things off, so you know they're playing some damn good Halo right now. And I'm excited. Recharge Team Slayer is the name of the game, and We got some heavy hitters on both sides. We talked about Stellar, how dangerous he is with this weapon, and he had a great game #1. On the other side, you got players like Falcated, Spartan. Everyone is going to be making plays. Camo and Shock Rifle is always a treat to watch.
Yeah, one of the big things for me as this game gets underway is FaZe Clan are going to make their living off individual players stepping up and being incredible. Something Cloud9 are really good at shutting down, right? And we'll see if FaZe can make some individual plays. The Stalker Rifle gives them a massive opportunity. I'm sorry, the Shock Rifle gives them a massive opportunity to make those individual plays. But unfortunately, that same weapon, it's in Stellar's hands right now. And what can Stellar do outside of just making plays with this weapon? So he's got his own montage on this map, on this mode throughout the year. I wouldn't be shocked to see something similar.
Don't be shocked if he hits his shots with the Shock Rifle.
All right, we're done here.
Stellar, he has the grapple as well. Oh, barely grazes Falcated's head and manages to do some damage. 3 members here for FaZe on the blue side. And Sparty with 4 kills already.
Stellar's gonna want that shot back, but not this one. He finds Renegade bottom middle. Falcated knows to not give him the sightline. King Nick challenging him though. And that might be a mistake. Let Stellar hit a couple more shots and you'll see FaZe react a little bit differently here, but King Nick giving him a couple of different opportunities, but nobody home yet for Stellar. Can't quite find the angle, and I love that Stellar typically likes to find an aggressive angle with this Shock Rifle, knowing that his team is going to play around him, knowing that if they get the pick, they're going to push.
And that's the thing, when you also have the grapple, you can play a little bit more aggressive when you have the shot because you have an opportunity to quickly get out of a dangerous situation.
Yep.
So that's why whenever you see a player have the Shock Rifle, especially someone as talented as Stellar, they have the grapple, they're able to play a little bit more aggressive so they can get out of dodge.
I like how FaZe are playing this. They're not giving Stellar an angle. They're finding kills around the map, and Stellar's impact maybe not being felt as much as it potentially can. Stellar once again loses Eco and Bound right now, and these are some costly deaths. Right now, FaZe Clan has the lead by 1, and we were looking at a stalemate situation when you have Snipe, but oh my, the game's all of a sudden tied up. Stellar has found his opportunity, found his window, and found ahead of the member of FaZe Clan. It's all tied up 13-13.
Stellar taking some damage from Turbine. Trying to check long haul, not able to officially check long haul, so there is a player trying to make his way over there. That's King Nick. Let's see if Stellar rotating back towards the long haul, see if he can hit the no-scope, hits a body shot, enough to do damage. But makes the aggressive play, takes down King Nick, but at what cost? Falcated is right there, and we talked about the grapple, trying to get out of there, but not able to stay alive.
Yeah, he was out of Shock Rifle, I believe, and Falcated, although he's taking down Stellar. Stellar was able to do a little bit of damage with that. In the meantime, Bound has made his way up to 8 kills. He's got 6 deaths to pair with it, so typically being traded out. And look at this, the observer mode shows us that Stellar, he just picked up that new Shock Rifle for free. Let's hop on board with him as well.
You know Stellar puts on a show when he picks up the Shock Rifle. Falcated still sitting top glass. A couple members of Cloud9 are going to be on his left right here, and that's Eco to start off the battle. He gets taken down, but runs in to Bound, and Bound has a shock.
I think my observer fell asleep, but the system did its job. We've made our way to the Shock Rifle. Bound now with that Shock Rifle in hand. We haven't seen too much of a highlight clip from Bound, and I'm wondering if this is going to be the moment, but a little bit of an aggressive play, a great push from FaZe, not expected to be 2 players around that corner on the side of Bound's knowledge, and he's getting taken down, and this is going to be FaZe Clan's real first opportunity with the Shock Rifle in hand. Let's see what they can do.
Renegade picks up the camouflage, punches it in. Falcate is 1 shot, and because of that, Bound pushes. Oh, what a sneaky play out of Renegade. I like this. I like what he's doing right now. He's getting information, using his camo, but Bound able to just get out of there. So you got to wonder, maybe he just gets that kill, but Renegade playing the sneaky route right now, spots the 2 players, and now not able to do any damage really and get any kills. So maybe that was a costly play and not the right one to make.
Yeah, typically those plays, they play out in your favor, but unfortunately, somehow, FaZe just perfectly moved around the map away from Renegade. That being said, still just a 1-kill game from Cloud9. Unfortunately, though, FaZe do lose their setup over in control. They lose the Shock Rifle, the camouflage as well, and what looked like it was going to be a massive opportunity is pretty much squandered on the side of FaZe.
Shock Rifle The hands bound, trying to get that no-scope on Renegade. We talk about the storyline here. Nice job taking him down. Hits a bit of a body shot on the Falcated, looking for the double, but not able to get it. 3 go down for C9. Stellar, last man alive.
A very successful push. And at the end of it, Falcated rips the head off of Stellar with the shock right there. A phenomenal kill by him, Top Cat. And this is one of the most incredible young individuals we have on the HCS. And he hasn't placed well enough at a world championship to maybe make himself a household name, but this could be the day where we learn about Falcated and how he's willing to take over. Like I said, that secondary Slayer to Renegade for this FaZe Clan team. And with a 1-kill lead, what can Falcated give us?
Big double kill for King Nick on the kill feed. Eco in trouble, and Turbine goes down to 3 fall for C9. Penguin last man alive in Turbine. All Cloud9 spawning towards Long Haul and Blue. So good little breathing room for FaZe as they hope to tie this series up. We talked about it, Clutch. Going down 2-0, let alone in the elimination bracket. That is not a place you want to be on the biggest stage with so much money on the line. FaZe need to win this game too.
So far, so good. 33-30. If you told them that they'd be in this situation, they would take it. Camo is up, however, and Eco has made his way towards that camo. Nobody on FaZe really in a position to contest. And now it's a matter of what's Eco gonna do? Can he find an opening? Will they get a pick and find a push? Can they use that to their advantage? How efficient and effective is this camouflage going to be? So often do we see it just traded out, but right now Eco behind enemy lines made his way into pipes, and Renegade's the first target. Taken down immediately, not even a chance to spot Eco. And now the push from Cloud9, it comes through. Kills are being traded out, however, so a great job by C9 to minimize the damage, still just down 2.
Eco playing his life with camo perfectly, and a catalyst to the success of that push, dropping that shock rifle for his teammate.
Look at Bound, 16, 2, and 9.
Wow. We talk about the Bound effect. We talk about how he replaced Renegade on this roster, and right now, it's looking like a good decision.
Time will tell. Still plenty of game to play left, and if you think anyone's going to say about the outcome of this series, I would assume Renegade's going to have an impact at some point. But on a map like Recharge Slayer, it's so hard to impact the game at times. You have so much responsibility as far as watching your angles, watching this for your team. It's a very support style map, and these doorways don't make it easy to get any sight lines to impact the outcome of the game. So as we hop on board with Renegade, the Commander Rifle is something he can shred with, but nobody really giving him an opportunity yet.
Both teams understand the importance of a win here. Stellar with a couple chows, not able to hit, connect with Renegade.
Look at that.
That camo is going to be a big impact right now. 2 members fall for FaZe. So Renegade's in trouble with camo. It's because his teammates died, it forces him to play a lot different. Now that he has a little bit of trouble in front of him, that's Stellar, and he gets taken down.
What a kill by Bound. Bound peeks out, finds Renegade with that camo, expects him to be there, and Bound gets a trade. A trade in that situation is so massive for Cloud9. They keep this game tied up at this point, and what looked like an opportunity for Renegade to take over.
Both times Renegade's gotten camouflage, running into some unfortunate circumstances, not able to impact too much. Nice repulse of that grenade.
Get that garbage out of here, he says.
Spartan.
It's like blocking a shot.
It is like blocking a shot. But I want to take a listen in with FaZe and hear their comms as we're all tied up 36-36.
Hit it, Ty, hit it, Ty.
He's here, Ty, on us, top A. On us, top A.
Yeah,
Rip your event. All right, we can't go anymore.
Red steps, Mike.
Keep looking red steps.
Red steps, sweep.
Stay alive.
They're gonna hit me now. We're good. Down with you guys.
Grapples up.
Red steps saw me. I gotta get out of here, dude. We're just AFK here. Around here. I don't know what to do.
Camo, who has no camo? Down by
Balance. Yeah, the camo's in 20. We gotta kill camo. Or we gotta get camo.
Looking bottom A. One's bottom A.
Can someone go long and watch my needles, please?
I could try to. What's up, Red? I'm on. This guy half wall weak, Eco.
Or the... Top right now. Down.
Eco, we got a guy trippy corner. Sitting trippy corner.
Kill me, guys. Eco, one shot, half wall. Nice. Eco was trippy, Richard.
Bottom red stairs. Half wall, top half wall, one shot. On top of the half wall, one.
Right there, I'm pushing that. Dead.
3 dead.
In A. Last guy in A.
Nice time.
Dead.
Camo, guys, camo.
I have it.
Double two.
On me stacks. I died instantly. There's 2 C plat. Campbell's down on Campbell. Single stack.
Single stack, one shot penguin, didn't die.
There's 2 there.
He's still stacked.
Still stacked.
Stay alive, Mike.
I got him.
Campbell's still down over there, guys.
Yes, it's down bottom mid.
Repulse.
We need to play for picks.
He has it. He has it. Blue pipes. Siege open Camo. Dude,
I don't know how I'm feeling if I'm a FaZe fan listening to those comms. The first thing we hear is King Nick say, we're AFK, where are we? And then you hear Renegade say, I don't know what to do. That's not what you want to hear, as we see Renegade with the triple earlier, now picks up a shock rifle kill. So the swing has happened a little bit and FaZe is able to close the gap, but those comms were troubling.
Troubling comms, but Renegade made a play. We switched over to his screen a little bit late, but he finds himself with a triple. Now with the shock, he's got a couple of kills since, and we're looking at a tied up game. So maybe ever since we left that, they've found out what to do. There is 50 seconds remaining, and all of a sudden Cloud9 find the 46th kill. 4 more to go, but time becoming a win condition now for FaZe Clan.
This is it. This could be the tournament if you're FaZe. If you lose this game, you're in big trouble, but Renegade's got something to say. Killing spree. Shock rifle is out of ammo. That player top elevator goes down. Finally, FaZe get the lead with 25 seconds left in this game. A lot of FaZe members huddle up towards turbine and elevator, and this is the final moments, Clutch.
Renegade's gonna find himself with a push over towards the elevator right now. Spartan in a very compromised position, needs to stay alive. He gets dropped to no shield, forced to run, but this is important because he's gonna leave Renegade at elevator. The push is 2 players from stairs. Falcated finds one in the feed. Spartan finds the kill on a Stellar and gets traded out, but 1 second remaining, that's all she wrote. And FaZe Clan clutch up, tie this series up 1-1.
That was what you call a clutch win. If you go down 2-0, listen, that's bad.
We're listening.
If we go down 2-0, that's terrible. And we heard the comms, we went to the Astro listening, and it sounded rocky, but hey, throw it out the window because Renegade gets a triple kill, gets the shock rifle, gets the no scope, and honestly, Renegade wins them that game.
Renegade says, I don't know what to do. Well, he finds himself with a triple kill. The shock rifle makes some plays. Renegade just does it himself. He figures out what to do. And that's what Renegade does best, right? He's going to make a play. I said he was going to have an impact on the series. He was not going to go quietly in the night. And Renegade steps up, goes on a killing spree at the end, and helps FaZe get the door kicked open to this series. It's 1-1 now. We have a series on our hands. So Cloud9, they 3-0'd Sentinels. You wondered after game 1 how dominant rounds 2 and 3 were going to be. Is Cloud9 just going to make slight work of everybody in this elimination bracket and run? But I mean, it's FaZe Clan that clutch up at the end of the day. Let's take a look at the stats.
Taking a look at the stats, the newest member of C9 that's bound 20 and 13. So big game out of him, but on the other side, it was a team effort from FaZe to win this game 49-48. That is a nail biter, as close as it gets here in the elimination bracket. Big plays out of FaZe Clan to keep their tournament in a good position as we're all tied up going into game number 3.
Man, what a game like that does for FaZe Clan here in this series. 4,800 damage from Sparty McFlies. That's a ton of damage in those stalemates. You know he's gaining map control, keeping map control for his team with that. But more importantly, winning that Slayer in that manner, I mean, it went down to time. You win by 1 kill, it went down to time. There's a lot of people that are probably sitting there thinking, what could you have done differently? Well, it doesn't matter. FaZe figured out a way. The frustration removes from the comms at the second you win this game. No one else is frustrated at this point in time. I would love to hop on with an Astro listening early in this game 3 with FaZe to see if it does sound different, because I would imagine so. You thought Cloud9 had everything going, a very frustrating game type in Recharge Slayer in and of itself. They always have shock rifle. You're getting your head ripped off so often. But then all of a sudden, people start making plays. Kills start going in your favor. You get a couple camos, you can't do anything with it. Those are frustrating moments too, but somehow, some way, you're trading efficiently enough to keep it close, and then at the end of the day, your superstar makes a play, goes on a killing spree, and all of a sudden you feel like what was once the opportunity to get knocked out of the World Championships, it becomes, we're right back in this.
What a time for Renegade to make a play. That could be the moment in their tournament where they look back and realize, like, whew, Renegade saved us, right? Because it's, again, now we're all tied up 1-1.
Sometimes you need to be saved.
Sometimes you need to be saved, and who better than Renegade himself? As these two teams, the storylines, they're so fun to talk about. Cloud9 and Renegade, a big decision out of him, and so far in Orlando, it didn't pay off as Cloud9 was able to knock out FaZe, and let's see if FaZe can get the revenge.
I mean, it's the emotion in this series that you can feel with every single kill, right? Every single one of these games just means so much to these players. Not only is it a world championship, not only is it, so much money on the line to get to the top 3. I think that means you make over 110,000. But this one is so personal. What Renegade did to Cloud9 feels like is wrong, right? You do not leave what you feel like is the best team in the world. Renegade made that decision. Bound gets an opportunity in his rookie season to join a bunch of world champions and an opportunity at a world championship himself. They slip up on Friday or on Saturday, and you're thinking to yourself, are they going to show up? What's going to happen? They haven't missed a grand finals all year. Well, they look at this elimination bracket run. They get Sentinels out of the way early. FaZe claim they win game 1 in dominant fashion. I don't care about round 1. Rounds 2 and 3 showed you everything you needed to know about that team, and somehow, some way, FaZe Clan fight back. So not going to go quietly is FaZe Clan, but these two teams, I mean, every single one of these games is going to be so highly contested. No matter if game 1's a blowout, game 2's a blowout, if game 2's close, I mean, the best of 5 is going to speak for itself at the end of the day, and as players are getting back to their stations, it's going to be one hell of a roller coaster of emotions for whoever can come out on top.
Yeah, and Optic Gaming in the winners bracket finals, 3-0s. Native Red, and you know both of these teams want to get their revenge on Native Red, right? So the winner of this series will take on Native Red in the elimination bracket finals. As we take a look at the bracket here, and you know FaZe wants the revenge. They're chomping at the bits. You know Cloud9 wants the revenge. So it's going to be a tough road for Native Red, even in the elimination bracket. They run up against the green wall, and look at that, 3-0 G1, 3-0 Sentinels, 3-0 Native. Optic Gaming.
Perfect. Well,
perfect.
They lost one game to Native Red in pool play. That's right, they lost to Slayer, but outside of that, just clear cut. The best team so far in that winners bracket. That's why they find themselves waiting in the grand finals. But there is something to say. I'm sure the Cloud9 and FaZe Clan members are solely focused on this series in front of us, but they are chomping at the bits, like you said, to get their revenge on Native Red. And we'll see what Optic Gaming can show the winner of all this elimination bracket mess in that grand finals.
The madness in the elimination bracket. United having a tough tournament. Running into Cloud9 yesterday. A clean sweep. Back-to-back sweeps for C9 as now FaZe Clan, though, giving them a run for their money. Big win in game number 2. And let's see if Cloud9 can respond and take the lead once again with the game 3 win on Catalyst Capture the Flag.
Let's talk about Catalyst and how strong of a map I feel like this has been for Cloud9. This CTF game type game mode, it works perfectly with the best Halo 5 players in the world right towards the end. Eco, Stellar. I feel like this is very similar to a Fathom CTF, where when you come off spawn, if you don't have control of your base, a clear-cut solution to that problem is overextend. You get a flag, pull yourself, you make it interesting, you give yourself a chance to have a bit of a flagship is what we call it. And that gives Cloud9 the recipe for success that they have mastered throughout all of Halo 5. Another shot at just replicating that strategy. So I love their opportunity here in game 3. And I can't wait to see if FaZe Clan can respond in some of these objectives, because the objective is going to be so difficult to try and compete with Cloud9 when they are pushing so aggressively, when they have so much dominant on the map control. But Catalyst is also a map that's difficult to do that. So we'll see if FaZe can make enough plays to make this Game 3 interesting.
Just imagine the hype that would come from the side of FaZe, specifically Spartan and Renegade, if they win this series. I think the entire feature station might break down at once they start jumping out of their chairs if they win it, because, you know, they want to get the revenge. We said it a couple times. Cloud9 knocked FaZe out in the elimination bracket finals in ACS Orlando. It was a very, very close games. We casted that series, Clutch, and I remember like it was yesterday. FaZe talking to them this weekend. They're feeling good. Cloud9, we ran by them earlier, and we even saw Eco put out that tweet this morning saying that he's ready.
Hey.
And when Eco puts out a tweet,
doesn't do it often.
Doesn't do it often, but when he does, watch out. As we hop into game number 3, Catalyst captures the flag.
It's a burn of the OS. As you're seeing Renegade, he's just going to try and desperate for it, gets it off the map. Maybe removes it from the hands of Cloud9, but it's going to be FaZe Clan forced to play defensively here. They're able to get a kill onto Eco, but their base, Stellar's in it. He's finding a kill onto Falcated. Finding a kill onto Renegade. It's a double. Sparty finding a kill. It's a triple for Stellar. Can anyone get there to pull the flag? Doesn't look like Cloud9's in a position, but Stellar already off to a hot start.
Perfect shots out of Eco, and the tweet was, I misquoted, the tweet was, whatever it takes. And he quoted Illy. You know Eco is in that championship
I'm pretty sure
Sunday.
someone said that before, Illy, but we'll give Illy the credit.
You know going into championship Sunday, Eco and Cloud9 are focused. And Stellar starting off the game strong here in Catalyst. 4 kills already for him as Penguin, nice grenade cleanup onto King Nick. 3 fall for FaZe, 4 dead for FaZe, and Cloud9 are gonna get the first frag pull of this game.
Cloud9's so good at this map, so clean. When they get the kills, they get the pull very quickly. Penguin in a perfect position to pull this flag as 4 go down. And if they can get a couple of kills, they're gonna take the lead here 1-0.
Penguin having a fantastic championship Sunday so far. A big reason for that sweep on Sentinels earlier. Going with a 1.68 KD, and
that's
now
incredible.
Running the flag here, the do-it-all player for Cloud9. Penguin punches in the first cap.
Give this man a dog tag for the slays he's gotten today. Give this man a dog tag for the support that he gets, the objective. The guy should be rocking about 5 dog tags at this point. He does it all for Cloud9. And there's a reason they've been in the grand finals in every series this tournament, or this year. And it's because he plays at such a high level. And everybody on Cloud9 doing it now as Stellar's running the flag himself.
Great objective efficiency once again on the side of C9. Stellar barely taking any damage and moving the second flag cap. No one there to stop him, and 2-0 early on Catalyst as Cloud9 are trying to regain the lead in this series. Going up 2-0 will help him do that. Not able to get the skewer kill and not able to get the kill at all. King Nick takes him down.
You guys remember when I was calling for that FaZe Clan listening? Well, it's too late. Don't do that, because I'm sure it is an absolute wreckage right now. It is a blowout here. 2 caps on the board. And FaZe clearly struggling with what the right answer is to stop this from happening. Right now, the flag on the move as well. Eco bringing it to his base. King Nick kind of out of place in this situation. I believe it's a flagship moment, though. It's going to be a standoff, and this is a must-win flag standoff now for FaZe Clan. If they can get this flag return, they not only give themselves an opportunity at a cap, but at a counter cap as well, which should tie the game up. That's best case scenario if you're a FaZe Clan member. Let's root for that.
Falcated gets a trade as he was trying to solo push and try to get a hero return, but there it is. They get the return, and FaZe answer right back, 2-1, and now we got ourselves a game.
And now we have ourselves a couple of kills and a flag pull itself. This is what I was talking about. An opportunity at a double cap situation for FaZe Clan to tie this one up, but they're running it to the respawners of Cloud9, and this could be risky.
Skewer in the hands of Spartan the dog. No scope on to Stellar. The flag is going nowhere at the moment. Just looking for kills. Nice, steady, patient kill.
Man.
3 in a row for Spartan the dog. Big double kill out of him, putting the skewer to use.
Running it back towards the respawners once again. King Nick gets one of them, but there's a second player inbound to deal with. still in between this flag. He's on the Mohawk, can't hit this skewer shot, and that was an important one because Bound kills the flag carrier. Eco takes down Spartan. That flag's still on the move, and will Cloud9 be able to catch up before it gets punched in?
Eco is there. Eco is there to try to fight Renegade, and Penguin's there to back up as well. Penguin takes him down. So now Penguin, the last line of defense.
The grapple. Wait a minute. He trades. But surely the reinforcements for FaZe are going to be here. Cloud9, last player alive, is Bound, trying to get there, trying to get the return. Gets a nice assist. It's Eco from the top ropes, from top middle with the double. The return comes through. And somehow Cloud9 reinforcements get all the way across the map and get the return. Not only that, though, a flag on the move to extend the lead back to 2.
The counter cap being pulled by Bound already all the way back to their base, but there is some defense for FaZe. No, some shots going down for Bound. You're gonna use the pillar for some cover, and punches in the third flag as Cloud9 get a comfortable lead now, 3-1, but still plenty of time left to go in the game.
What a play by Bound and Eco. They get in a 2v2 situation. They work perfectly in tandem. They get the return, a flag on the move. They reward Cloud9 with a 2-cap lead. Once again, 6 minutes and 50 on the clock, so you got plenty of time if you're FaZe. But right now, you don't have anyone alive. 4 down again. Cloud9 gonna get another pull potentially and extend this lead.
Bound, the only one in position to go for the pinch opportunity and then get the flag pull, but he goes down. Sparty with a big kill onto Bound. Now no one on Cloud9 in position to really get a flag pull, but they are in position to get some kills. Stellar, King Nick with the flank, he goes down. A couple members trade some kills. It's chaos over here. 3 members fall for Cloud9. Bound, last one alive, and he's coming off spawn.
So no flag pull. OS is coming up, and this is a must get for FaZe Clan. Win conditions starting to diminish throughout this game, and you find yourselves down still 2 caps. Trying to get some support fire across the map. You're never going to be able to kill Stellar in this situation. No, he's not going to give it to you. But a good job by Spartan to deny Stellar some opportunity to compete for this overshield. Now Spartan with this overshield. You don't want to lose this. This is a pointless fight where you'll never kill Bound either. You need to be aggressive with this overshield. Now half of it gone. Make it all of it gone, but the damage with the spike grenade comes through. Multiple nades doing a lot of damage for Spartan here. 3 go down. Penguin, the last guy alive. Smelled you in the back of the base. It's a killing spree. Flag on the move for FaZe.
And big kill by Cloud9, taking down Spartan, halting that push just for a little bit, halting that flag run, but it is being continued. FaZe trying to close the gap here. Renegade goes down with the skewer, but Falcated, the flag is being run. He's weak. King Nick is in the base, trying to provide nice repulse to try to move the flag up, but King Nick trying to get him to get the flag closer. King Nick gonna choose to just play sneaky, sit in the back of his flag. He goes down. 3 fall for FaZe. Cloud9's going to get this return clutch.
The idea was cute, but you needed slays. No one gets a kill on the side of FaZe as the flag's on the move, and this is a completely different story now. Cloud9 with a counter cap. They get the slays as well. 3 currently coming off respawn for FaZe. They're not going to get there in time. And this is going to punch the lead to a 4-1 lead if this flag goes in. Somehow FaZe need to deny this, but I still don't think, even with the stutter of the flag run, anyone's in a position to stop it. Stellar makes it a 4-1 game.
And that's a tough one to come back from if you're FaZe. Down 4-1, 4.5 minutes left. You're really going to need to focus on controlling the map, controlling these power-ups, maybe try to get the overshield to get a flag pull, potentially try to get a back-to-back run. But now you just got to play perfect Halo and hope that Cloud9 messes up. And if there's one thing we know about Cloud9 on Championship Sundays,
they don't mess up.
And if they do, it's rare and few and far between.
Kills in favor of FaZe momentarily right now. The map still needing to be punctured though. Got to get into the base somehow, and there's respawners spawning at the flag. Renegade forced to turn around and run. And right now, Cloud9 looking like the better team between the 2 here on Catalyst. This is a masterclass from the boys in red.
Falcated and King Nick trying to work together in the base of Cloud9. Nice kill onto Bound. Renegade picks up Eco. 3 down for Cloud9. This is an opportunity for FaZe to get some control, get some positioning on the map. And Penguin gonna be a nuisance, gonna be a hard death. Finally going down, and neither team able to really be in a position to get flag pull. But if you're Cloud9, you are in a great position. FaZe, Falcated finally moving that flag, but potentially a scary time, able to get the flag through, and this could be big for FaZe.
So everyone on Cloud9's coming off respawn here. Falcated with the flag on the move is going to get his shield back. Risky angle to not check the left, but nobody takes him out. And because of that, Falcated going to be able to at least get this one. Cloud9,
here we go.
Not opting to overextend, opting to go back to their base, clear it out as you're seeing on the map. But FaZe Clan make it a 2-cap game. Still plenty of time, but no mistakes can be made from here on out.
Falcated on your screen. Spots bound. Goes for the trade and gets it. But trades aren't going to help you if you're FaZe. You got to get kills. You got to stay alive. You got to move forward with your team. And you got to get some flag pulls. There's only 2.5 minutes left to go in this one before Cloud9 take a 2-1 series lead. And being up by a couple caps, it's only 2 minutes left on Catalyst flag. It's a good feeling.
Pressure's on, and Cloud9 in the driver's seat of this one right now. You're seeing FaZe Clan continuously fight for map control, and that's all Cloud9's really focused on, right, is getting kills, because they don't need another flag cap. They don't have their eyes set on that 5th. They'll take it if it'll give it to them, but speaking of trying to get something, Renegade can't get the overshield. It falls off the map, I believe, and another win condition out the door for FaZe.
Yeah, that was huge by Penguin to get that kill onto the overshield player. That was Renegade trying to click it in, not able to do it. And we talked about the importance of power-ups, especially in a position like this. You needed that overshield to make the play towards the flag. So like you said, Clutch, that win condition negated. Stellar now will take the trade all day. 2 members fall for FaZe. So even the Slays are going in the favor of Cloud9, despite them playing a little bit more passive. And Renegade finally opens the door a little bit by getting taken down bound. King Nick gets a kill as well. So this is it. If you're FaZe, you got to go now.
That Pulse Carbine's pretty good. Renegade gets the kill. This is the opening. They have all of Cloud9's respawning on the side. Bound spawned in the back flag. He's taken care of. That's the first kill you need, but unfortunately, Renegade looks around. Everyone's dead. A nade's under your feet. You go down, and FaZe Clan all on respawn with a minute left and a miracle of an opportunity in front of them.
All you got to do if you're Stellar, all you got to do if you're Cloud9 is just play the waiting game, get your kills, watch the OEs. But I think someone slipped past Stellar without, no, there he is. That's King Nick. Gonna chow that big chow and win by King Nick, opening the door from hope for FaZe, but only 35 seconds left. This one's over.
Yeah, no level of copium here for the FaZe Clan members. Nick's gonna make his way to the flag, but it's Penguin sitting in the back, but oh my! Big shots from Nick. Wins the 1v1, but unfortunately needing to do more here. With the time dwindling down 20 seconds, that's gonna be all she wrote. That flag, if it had gotten on the move, maybe it made this one interesting, but time's ticking, and you need the first flag cap punched in and a pull as that clock hits 0 to make this an opportunity at a comeback. No comeback here on Catalyst CTF. It's going to be Cloud9 taking game 3 and leading the series 2-1.
Cloud9 looking very strong, winning game number 1 after a rocky round 1. They dominated rounds 2 and 3 in that oddball, losing a nail biter of a game 2, and now comfortably winning game 3. And honestly, Wes, in that Catalyst captures the flag, it's not that one team had overshield more than the other. It's not that one team, it was the efficiency out of Cloud9 and the way they were capitalizing on their kills that made them so successful in game 3.
I mean, they just look like the flat out better team in some of these objectives so far. We'll see if that story changes in game 4. It's going to need to change in game 4 for FaZe to have a chance to push this series the distance to a game 5. But right now, Cloud9 look like the better team. You lost a Slayer by 1 kill, whoop-de-doo. This objective play from them looks dominant, has continued to, and they will be finding themselves with one more map win in the elimination bracket finals.
And what are you thinking if you're Renegade right now? What are you thinking down 2-1 at the Halo World Championship against the same team that you left, your brothers in arms, your Halo World Championship teammates from back in 2018. We got Shotzi in the building as well, so that whole Splice roster is here in the venue. And Renegade, you got knocked out by Cloud9 at Orlando. They kicked you out of the tournament. They said, have fun leading up to Halo Worlds, and now we're back in the same position. You're down 2-1 again to the team that you left.
I don't know what he's thinking. He doesn't know what he's thinking during the Astro listening. Still able to play high-level Halo. But this is a tough pill to swallow, and this is a decision that when you made this decision, this is one of the realistic outcomes is, hey, you leave this team, they beat you. That happens. Can you stop it from happening? Can you dictate your future here? Can you show Cloud9 how valuable of an asset you are? You got one map to do it with, and if you win that one, you got another one to do it. You need 2 in a row if you're FaZe to show Renegade that he was right. And it's only right that we honestly start off with Renegade in this game 4 if we can get that on screen as Bound makes his way towards this heat wave. I'd love to be able to see how he is responding in game.
Nice shots with that heat wave. Bound hopping into Nest, looking for that cleanup, but that player on FaZe doing a good job evading that fight, getting out of dodge. Renegade now, the man you wanted, Clutch on the screen. Had a big game 2 performance. Let's see if he can do it again in game number 4.
He's got a kill after dying early on. Early control, B and C, they go to Cloud9. The sole strong point of A is in FaZe's favor, and it's a tower push. Renegade doing a good job to get Penguin removed from the map. Can he stay alive with the S7? That would be massive for FaZe to get Renegade in a prime position to go off.
Big no-scope clean up by Renegade onto Bound, and that's a statement. I want to hear the comms for FaZe. Let's go to Nastro listening.
Oh my god, I'm looking, something. I'm coming, Penguin. He's on me, cuts. I got a melee, he's absolute down to cuts.
Yeah, he's gonna live.
They're in B. Right side B, one shot.
Gonna go A.
He's shit on! Dead.
Going for reset,
United.
Alright, I'm back green. Alright,
RDB right now, in B.
John, on you, John, next to you. He killed me,
Back green on me.
Yeah, do you guys see green?
You on me, green? I got Kevin, I got one.
Nice. You're gonna...
I can try to help.
Nice,
Two dead.
Alright, good to see. We're good.
There was a sniper down mud.
Yeah, there was a sniper down mud.
Dirty C.
Let's see, Bound, one shot.
One shot C.
Dead.
Nice.
I'm getting shot in the back from scoreboard.
I spawned desk, guys.
Yeah, we need something.
Bud, with snipe, going up tower ramp right now.
Hey, he's one try. Backbone, watch out.
Obi, on me, green. Back green.
Where's he going?
I can't see.
Obi.
Big door.
Big door.
On Obi, top C, guys.
We're not getting Obi. We are not getting Obi.
That's first. I'm absolutely.
Nice.
Go ahead, quick.
We can go.
I'm riding B, go ahead.
I'm here. They might be on me though.
Yeah, they could be.
On me, A plat with Obi. A plat with Obi. He's in.
We're coming. Fuck him up.
Nice, good shit.
Where?
On me, top mid, I think.
Spectre small.
Yeah, on me, top mid.
T also.
I'm milking in A with Speller.
That's the thing about FaZe. They thrive with those comms. That's natural to them. You hear King Nick, I'm ratting. You hear Renegade trying to IGO when he can, but really this team is just a collection of 4 players, 4 slayers, all friends, a couple of duos, and it works for them. As the trip cap currently by Cloud9 finally closing that floodgates, and FaZe at least gets 1 on the board, and that's A.
You can tell King Nick brings a little E United play calls from them as well, as they do have something as far as slowing it down, holding your 2 that is called E United. We've heard them refer to their play calling as that several times here on Live Fire Strongholds, but right now, ever since leaving the listen and Cloud9 has taken over, they had all 4 down. They have a trip cap in hand, and we know what Cloud9 can do with this.
Big plays out of Bound. A whip of a no-scope and a whip of a cleanup. He is catching fire at the right time, barely missing Spartan, who has the heat wave, chows him and hits the no-scope, but King Nick able to pick up the goodies, shockwave, and the sniper rifle. The lead is inching away from you, though. If you're FaZe, you got to be careful. This could be the end of the road. If you lose this game, you are going home. FaZe, wake up. Renegade, now is your time to shine. What are you going to do?
Spartan has 10, 1, and 6 right now, but right now the score is so heavily favored in Cloud9. The teamwork, the rotations, all benefiting the former world champs here. As they're able to rotate them, out-rotate them once again, they get control of A, or they get control of C. They lose B, though, and that's the primary stronghold you want to have captured. And as Renegade gets this overshield, this is the opportunity for FaZe to push this series to a game 5. Renegade needs to make a play.
Renegade casting a lot of damage. Couple of players in Nest, and he gets repulsed off the map with the overshield.
That's tragic.
A tragic series of events for FaZe. Nick trying to weather the storm, and this could be big for FaZe as they're going for the trip cap. Not able to capture B just yet.
What a heads-up play by Cloud9. They remove the overshield immediately from the equation. Off the map, 4 down for FaZe. Cloud9 slay out. And they're back in the driver's seat. B and C in control. A 40-point lead to play around. And they're going to slow this one down. Stellar very happy with his positioning right now, anchoring this C stronghold. And if it's Stellar that catches fire, he can do this by himself.
Taking a step back, looking at the scoreboard. On the side of FaZe, Spartan having himself a good game, 12 kills. And Cloud9 is pretty even all around. 143 to 72, more than double the points of FaZe. Cloud9 looking to close this one out and get their revenge potentially on a native red team. The Cinderella story so far this weekend is waiting for the winner of this matchup in the elimination bracket finals.
Not gonna have to wait long with the way Cloud9's playing right now. Still picking up the points, 165 to 72 and counting. A BC hold, a nice stick from Stellar to trade that out. And Penguin has a player below him, but Renegade doesn't know. It's an easy 4 from Penguin, pulls out the commando, does a little bit of work, more importantly stays alive. And they get the reset on the C, up now over 100.
This is looking like the end of the road for FaZe. What are they going to do? How are they going to answer? Overshield is up. Renegade is able to pick it up and click it in. Will he get repulsed off the map again? Let's wait and see as Renegade, he saved his team in game 2. Will he save them now when they need him most? In game number 4, it's looking like a tall mountain to climb. I don't know, Clutch. This could be it. We could see Cloud9 send FaZe home once again.
Sparty gets a big kill on the Penguin. They're looking to push a trip cap in this situation. In the meantime, Eco spawns over at A, and they're going to flip the map completely. C and B now in control of FaZe. Finally starting to score points. Finally, the bleeding has stopped, but look at the damage. 202 to 80. FaZe, you almost need a trip cap at this point. You need to figure out a way to quickly come back in this game, in this series, your tournament lives, your world championship on the line. They're gonna hold 2 for now, but that's asking a lot of the boys on FaZe. They're gonna have to slay Cloud9 several times for a comeback.
Nice snipe onto Bound, but Bound so slippery. Goes by the middle, gets away, continues to push. Renegade takes him down, killing spree out of him. So good start right now.
You getting the kills?
Getting the kills, holding your positions, hitting your shots, getting some points on the board, but that's a costly death and a big time push out of Cloud9 to clean out that tower. Bound eats a grenade, but he's so good at staying alive, is milking his life now, trying to stay alive, screens, goes towards cuts and gets out of there.
So they flip the map, but that's still just a death. Renegade once back, 2 players, no shield in front of him, and they melt him off top tower. And look at this. Bound and Cloud9, they've opted to go for an AC hold here. Falcated feels the pressure, knows that these players are weak. Spartan on the flank, picks up 2 as Foul finishes one of them. A massive collapse on the side of FaZe. Onto A, they can't get C, but they continue to score for now.
King Nick getting that tray top tower. Stellar with the Needler. Takes down Renegade. Big time play out of Stellar, and now control back in the hands of Cloud9 with B and C. Spartan trying to help his team over here at the B stronghold and not able to do much as Bound takes him down. Bound playing fantastic right now.
Uh-oh.
Here we go.
Cap.
Here we go.
Cloud9 make plays. Penguin stays alive. Bound stays alive back B. And all of a sudden, the trip cap in effect. Points are adding up quickly at 233 and climbing. Cloud9 destined for the elimination bracket finals.
Cloud9 looking like they're headed to the elim finals right now. Like you said, Clutch, Sparty pushing solo in garage, takes down Stellar with good shots, but is forced to push, and there you have it, ladies and gentlemen.
Good fucking shit.
Cloud9 knocks down FaZe, knocks out FaZe, and sends them home once again. Renegade's got to be questioning his decisions right about now.
Renegade's got a lot to think about in the offseason, but Cloud9 thinking about a rematch with Native Red. A team that they were up 2-0 against, a team that reverse swept them and blew them out in the game 5. You know that ever since that happened on Saturday that they wanted a chance at Revenge. Well, they're going to get their chance. It's going to be on the main stage. It's going to be for a spot in the grand finals at the World Championship stage. And if I know anything about Cloud9, they'll find a way to get there.
And I'm thinking back again at the Xbox Plays amazing content piece put together, Renegade versus Eco. Eco very definitively said, when we beat Renegade.
Yeah.
And they did it twice when it matters most. And it looks like Cloud9 has a great opportunity to continue their streak of never missing a grand finals, as now they're going up against Native Red in the elimination bracket finals. And if they keep playing like they have been this championship Sunday, Native Red is in trouble.
Didn't get a chance to see the Optics series, but Native Red obviously not playing at the level that they may have been playing yesterday, although Optics is a different beast. But they do go into a series against Cloud9 with the mentality of, we've beat them before here at this event. Can we do it twice? Is Cloud9 a different beast on Championship Sundays?
Oh, yeah.
We'll find out. But for now, this Cloud9 versus FaZe clan rivalry, it's a wrap. Tie a bow on it for 2022. Cloud9 getting the better of FaZe when it mattered the most.